Good morning. Welcome to your local news for today, Thursday, August 8, 2019. I'm Dakota Simpson Marshall. Thank you for joining us. In the news, 6 MULO students will leave for the U.S. for 10 months. Ferry between Suriname and Guyana still out of service. Media workers informed by Ministry of Internal Affairs on the coming elections. And there is already a number of applications for a license for setting up the cannabis industry. 6 graduates from the MULO are leaving for America next week to study there for 10 months. This is thanks to Kennedy Lugar Youth Exchange and Study Program, YES. The program has been active in Suriname since 2008 and is an exchange project between Surinamese and American students, more for cultural purposes. The 6 students have been chosen to propagate Suriname in the USA. Before such a student is selected to participate in this program, they go through 4 selection phases. The students will stay with host families during their time in America. In America, these students will also have to cook Surinamese dishes for their host families. For this, the group is also prepared by the supervisor before they leave. The 6 MULO students will leave on August 13. The Kanawaima ferry is still out of service. The major maintenance has not taken place. One of the engines is defective. This ferry maintains the Suriname and Guyana route. The ferry has been out of service for more than 2 months. Travelers are forced to use the illegal route to reach their destination via the so-called backtrack route with all its consequences. According to the Minister for Public Works, Transport and Communications, Vijay Chatkan, attempts have been made in various ways to make contact with his Guyanese counterpart, but without success. According to Minister Chatkan, it may take some time before the ferry is deployed again. The FTVS tried to speak to the Guyanese ambassador, but until the compilation of this news item, we have still not received a response. Although there appears to be a decrease in invalid ballot papers from the 2015 elections, this phenomenon remains a concern for the Ministry of Internal Affairs. Yesterday, this was discussed during an information meeting with media workers. Another point that is also troubling is the non-compliance with the civil duty. According to Minister Mike Nursalim, citizens should notify the Registry Office, CBB, whenever they move. According to Nursalim, there is an election calendar that includes 5 important issues. These issues are inspection of the voters list, registration of political parties, nomination of candidates, distribution of voting cards, and the selection of the voting day. The minister also indicated that the ministry is doing everything possible so that the coming elections can be seen as amongst the best organized ever in Surinamese history. The next information meeting will be held next week. The political organizations will then be informed. There are a number of applications for a license for the production of cannabis at the Ministry of Health. After the International Cannabis Conference of July 29 and 30, more insights about the regulation of permit requirements for the cannabis industry were presented. Minister Antoine Elias of Public Health indicated that from every corner of the country, more needs to be discussed about this issue. Setting up and legalizing the cannabis industry in Suriname must, according to the minister, offer the opportunity to diversify the Surinamese economy. The challenge is to ensure that the entire Surinamese population is given the right guidelines regarding setting up the industry. In addition, the Narcotic Act must be amended in order to start the first production soon. According to Minister Elias, we are far behind. Countries such as Canada had their legislation adopted on this issue a number of times. By failing to set up the cannabis industry, Suriname will be missing the chance to become a billion-dollar market. That brings us to the end of local news for today. Join us again on Tuesday for more. Have a fantastic long weekend.